figured sit out here in front of the fire and get a video done. Road Trippin actually tagged me in a Disney Would You Rather questions, so I've got those here. Figured I'd also update you on what we've got going on. We're here in Massachusetts, so we're still under a stay-at-home order. I am a essential personnel in my work life, but I've been able to work from home the last couple months. So with a little bit of extra time being working at home, I'm also making PPE for local medical personnel and first responders, and we've made several thousand ear savers at this point, as well as probably 200 to 300 face shields.
Hello everyone, State Senator Ryan Fatman here. We're at Milford Hospital dropping off some personal protective equipment, but I want to give a big shout out to Bellingham resident Patrick Prescott. Without his efforts, we wouldn't be dropping off this 100 face shields that he helped create in his house. So if there's people out there who have access to stuff like Patrick did that protects our first responders and the people on the front lines, please contact me and let us know.
Laser cutter here at the house, so we've been keeping that running now, just to try to meet some of the local needs here. So we'll get started here with the Disney tag. So number one, would you rather have a free dining plan of your choice or a free VIP tour and skip the lines at Disneyland? This one was pretty easy for me. Free dining comes up every so often. Not sure how that'll be going forward, but it's not a difficult thing to find. A VIP tour of Disneyland, on the other hand, I haven't been to Disneyland. I am fairly well versed in the history of Disneyland. So I would definitely take Disneyland for a VIP tour. That would include, of course, Walt's apartment and some of the other unique sites there at Disneyland. Okay, number two. Would you rather win a free 2-day trip to any Disney park and ride anything you want, or win a 5-day Disney trip to the park of your choice but not ride any rides, only enjoy the transportation like railroad, monorail, Skyliner, Main Street vehicles, and that also includes food and drink? I would have to say I would do a 2-day trip with rides, because I can actually fit quite a bit into 2 days. On my solo trip a couple years ago, I was managing to get entire parks done in a day, some even half a day. When you're solo, things are a little bit, you're able to get through a lot more. So yeah, I would definitely take the 2-day. That way you're not missing out on stuff. Would you rather win a dream trip to Disney World in Florida, Hong Kong and Shanghai, or Disneyland Paris and Tokyo? This was pretty easy for me. Hong Kong and Shanghai. Now, Shanghai is like the most advanced Disney park there is yet. It's the newest as well. So there's definitely benefits there. But I would have to say Disneyland Paris and Tokyo. Tokyo holds a special place in my heart, as you know. But they also have not only Disneyland Tokyo, but they also have Tokyo Disney Sea. Tokyo Disney Sea is unique among any Disney park, and there's parts of it that don't actually resemble Disney. It's modeled after a concept that was being pursued for Long Beach in California after Disney got hold of some development rights in the, I believe it was the 90s. They were pursuing that, and they ended up taking that idea to Tokyo instead, and it really panned out very well. People really love Tokyo Disney Sea. So I would have to say Paris and Tokyo on that one. Would you rather have dinner at the Blue Bayou in Disneyland with Walt Disney or Bob Iger? Now, I have a lot of respect for Bob Iger. He really changed the direction of the Walt Disney Company, really rescued it from the downfall of the 90s and early 2000s. He is really instrumental in Disney history. But of course, that can't surpass the founding of the company under Walt Disney. So I would definitely say Walt Disney. He was, I'd encourage you to watch Saving Mr. Banks. It's really telling of the type of person that Walt was. A really people person. And business might not have been his first thing on his mind. It was really always the people he worked with and the people that benefited from his work. So I think I would like to see Walt on that one. Would you rather spend 10 minutes in utilidors at Disney World or 5 minutes in the apartment in 5 minutes, the Walt Disney apartment that's in Disneyland, in 5 minutes in the inner workings of the Matterhorn in Disneyland? So, to kind of explain that to some of the people that aren't familiar, Magic Kingdom in Disney World was built above ground due to the water table. It also allowed them to put tunnels underneath at ground level to facilitate the more or less the upkeep of the park, the operations of the park. So while you're in the Magic Kingdom, there's a whole world operating underneath you. In Disneyland, Walt did have an apartment above the fire station, It's a pretty small apartment, but that's where he would stay with his family when they were in the park. Now, the Matterhorn is an interesting one as well. The Matterhorn was the first steel coaster in the U.S., if I remember correctly, first tubular steel coaster. But at the same time, they had a lot of extra room in the mountain aside from the coaster. They ended up building a half court for basketball for cast members to entertain themselves during breaks. So there is actually a half court in the Matterhorn in cast member only area. So I think for this one, I'm going to say I would do 5 minutes in the apartment and 5 minutes in the Matterhorn. Because while the utilidors are certainly unique, there's certainly a lot more people that have seen those than the apartment and the Matterhorn. And the Matterhorn isn't publicly shown that I'm aware of in any tour. Whereas the apartment and the utilidors can be seen in scheduled tours. So let's see. Would you rather have Cars Land or Galaxy's Edge to be closed during your next trip to Disneyland? So I haven't been to Disneyland yet again. But I've seen Galaxy's Edge in Walt Disney World, really enjoyed that, was able to rope drop Galaxy's Edge 3 days in a row. So I don't believe I would be missing anything if Galaxy's Edge was closed. Cars Land, on the other hand, I have not seen. I would love to see that. That's over in California Adventure. Another pretty unique park to Disney, but I would say it would be Cars Land. I would love to go to, so go ahead and close Galaxy's Edge for a day. Would you rather have a starring role on a float in Main Street's Electric Light Parade, or have a starring role in Fantasmic? So this might be kind of an interesting question for me, because I actually have footage from, I believe, 1998. I'll have to find that and post it. But my sister and I were invited onto one of the I'm trying to remember if we were on the float or on the street, but we were in one of the parades at the Magic Kingdom during one of our trips. Yeah, it had to have been 98 because it was summer. So it was 1998, and we were invited into a parade just as they start there in Frontierland, and we do have video of that. So.
Okay, let's get up in. Our very last float, our finale float, is going to stop right here in front of you, okay? When it does, you guys are going to come out, you're going to find your favorite character, and you guys are going to do a dance with them, okay? Okay, I'm going to teach you the dance right now, okay? So everybody follow me. Ready? First, we're going to clap our hands. Then we're going to reach up to the sky and wave our hands up high. And then we're going to spin. Everybody spin. And kick your feet. Alright, that was perfect. Good job. So, if you don't remember the dance, it's okay. Everybody's going to be doing it with you, okay? After that, you're going to be handed a flag, and you're going to do a parade around the float. So everybody hold your flag up in the air like this. Everybody turn that way. Turn that way, that way. Other way, other way, other way, other way. Other way. And we're going to walk. We're going to march around in your circle. It's a little mini parade. You're going the wrong way. Come on, march. Wave to your guys. Great job, everyone. Okay. Everybody come on in. I have something very important. you. Make sure you wait till the very last float comes to a complete stop before you come on the street, okay? What are you going to wait for it to do? Very good. Okay, now, I want you to count for you. I want you to just yell as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3! Wow, you guys are ready for a parade. Go back to your seats and wait for your cat. It'll be here in about 10 minutes.
Step onto the street and prepare for your grand debut. We invite you all to cheer them on as we proudly present a magical moment from a Walt Disney classic. Come on, join in, make the magic come true. And now, on behalf of the family of Walt Disney characters, join us, friends, in our grand finale. Clap along, everybody!
Clap your hands with me, it's easy as can be. Just wear a smiling veil while enjoying our happy song. Now reach up to the sky and wave your hands up high. To and fro, now here we go, come on and join along. Let us start to spin, it's time to jump right in. Forget the trouble, let's all be just like a cheerful chickadee. Now everybody play, it's a jolly holiday. Just kick your feet and keep the beat and dance the day away. Join our promenade and let your banners wave. Just follow me and instantly you're in a big parade.
Clap along, everybody!
Hi-ho, hi-ho, we're singing as we go. Our friends are here, let's give a cheer. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. You're in a Disney show. It's a big happy family. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. You're in a Disney show. We're one big happy family. Hi-ho,
So my perspective on this might be a little bit different, but I think Fantasmic would be pretty cool. Fantasmic has many different elements to it. Particularly, I always liked the battle scenes on the actual the rock work. So I think that would probably be where I would like to fit in. So that's my answer there. Would you rather time travel to July 17th, 1955 and witness the opening day at Disneyland, or July 17th, 2035 to witness the opening of the time capsule at Disneyland? So, little history lesson has to go into this. Disneyland's opening was highly criticized because there were countless ride breakdowns. The asphalt was not set yet, so there were people sinking into the asphalt because it was so hot out. And it was largely overrun by about 4 times the number of people they were expecting, something like that, because people counterfeited tickets. So I would say that would not be a desirable thing for me. I would say I would love to see the opening of the time capsule, though. Let's see. Would you rather Disneyland open the Skyway or the People Mover? Well, the Skyway, it was the first gondola system in the U.S., and it's certainly historic. But I think the park has moved beyond that, and it really wouldn't fit in its current state. Now, the People Mover, on the other hand, the infrastructure is all still there. They would definitely need to repair things. They really started stressing it when they tried out the rocket rods. You'll have to look that up on YouTube. That was a nice little disaster there as far as Disney history goes. But I would definitely say bring back the People Mover. The support structure is still there. The queue buildings are still there. That would be my vote. We still have it in Disney World, and it is highly regarded as a favorite among most Disney World fans. Would you rather meet and get pictures with every character that you ever wanted to meet with no wait, or would you get every trading pin, or would you get every Mickey ears you would ever want? So that's 3 parts. So would I want to get pictures with every character? Would I want to get every trading pin, or would I want to get all the Mickey ears? So I'm looking at this from, so personally I don't have any particular desire to do meet and greets. They're fun, but it's just not my thing. That's just a personal preference. Trading pins, on the other hand, trading pins are extremely collectible if they can be deemed as authentic. I have a fairly large collection myself, and a single pin can be worth upwards of a couple $100s to the right person. So that would be my vote because of the sheer value. Alright, I think we're going to try to wrap this up quick here because I think it's starting to rain. Alright, so it's the next night, and the reason that is because my camera timed out on me, and I didn't realize it until after I finished recording this. So we have some bonus questions here. Let's see. Would you rather ride Haunted Mansion or the Pirates of the Caribbean? Of course, both of them pretty historic rides for Disney. Haunted Mansion has an interesting history. It was conceived long before Walt's death, but was never built until after his death. Pirates of the Caribbean, on the other hand, was built during Walt's time, originally in Disneyland, later in Disney World. But the big difference here is Pirates of the Caribbean, in my opinion, has changed very much since its original version. Whereas Haunted Mansion has more or less stayed true to its original version. Outside of the overlays and things like that they do in Disneyland, I'm not counting that. But my pick on this one would be Haunted Mansion. I'm just a history buff, and Pirates just doesn't do it for me anymore. Let's see. Would you rather ride Everest or Big Thunder Mountain? This one's pretty easy for me. Thunder Mountain has no particular historical significance to the park. No real claim to fame anymore. And it's getting a little rough. It needs a rehab. I love that it's there. I love that it's a thrill ride in Magic Kingdom. But Everest is going to top it any day. So I'll pick Everest on that one. Would you rather ride Hyperspace Mountain in Disneyland or Space Mountain in Disney World? So this one's pretty easy for me. Most people don't know that Space Mountain in Disney World is actually the original. And it's remained pretty true to its original version throughout its history. Hyperspace Mountain started pretty similar to Walt Disney World, but is evolved into different things. They theme it every once in a while. I think it's on its probably third or fourth iteration at this point. And Space Mountain in Disneyland is actually a 2x2 configuration rather than a single row. So my pick on that one, of course, staying with the classics, staying with the originals, would be Disney World. And final question, would you rather have churros or Mickey pretzels? So Mickey pretzels, I don't think there's anything particularly special about them. Churros, on the other hand, I'll eat a churro. It's a rare treat for us up here in the Northeast. So I will pick the churros on that one. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Stay safe. Hope you're all doing well. And hope we can travel soon. We did have some plans to travel this month. Those have been postponed indefinitely. And hopefully we can get something thrown together in the next few months here. But we'll probably be in at home for the next at least a couple weeks here in Massachusetts. And we'll see what the future holds. Have a great night, guys.